Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Oh my God. Yes, we are a little late today, but hey, Kimberly was up very late last night. So we had to push the show back, honey, so we can get some rest because I was a little tired. But we are here and we have some great topics to go over with you guys. So I hope you guys are having a great morning. Yes, I hope you guys are having a great morning. Let me make my little note right here. All right. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to get all my tea right, honey, because I got some good stuff to share with y'all this morning because I've been digging. Had my good shovel out. But thank y'all for being here. My apologies. Well, I ain't gonna say my apologies because I had to get some rest, but we're here. Let's just say it. Okay, we're here. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you guys caught our video on yesterday as well because we had some very good stuff to share with you guys. Let me go ahead and do my disclaimer. Everything said in the video is alleged in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. Okay. Yes, for fair use and entertainment. Thank you guys for coming back and joining us. As I said, we do have some great tea for you guys. All right. Okay, so let's get into it because we got some good stuff. Let's get into it, honey. All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is where we want to go. Okay. Um, as you guys know, P. Diddy, honey, is back in the news again. He is back in the news again. There is another assault that was reported on Diddy. Okay. My God. Like, can he stay out of the news already, guys? Can Diddy stay out of the news already? Damn. There's another case with him. This is the third case. Cassie initiated the first case. The second case was another young woman that came out. And now, of course, the second one that came out, Diddy, of course, oh, these are all lies. It's all a money grab. Sure, because she has the very same thing to say about you that Cassie had to say in her deposition. And I, for one, believe it. All right. Yes. Now, there is a third case out against Diddy. This time it involves singer Aaron Hall. Okay. Yes, this time it includes singer Aaron Hall. Was I shocked about that? Not really. Not really. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get into it. Ciao. All right. Give me 1 second here. All right, so they're saying that Sean Diddy Combs faces a third sexual assault. Okay, sexual assault to be exact. They're saying that the allegations stem from a 1990s incident. As I told you guys that there was an abuse act that the deadline on that is the 24th of November. Okay, which is today, coincidentally. So you guys know everybody's been rushing to try to get their cases heard and filed. Now, this particular incident had to do with singer Aaron Hall. Okay, everybody knows who Aaron Hall is from the group Guy. Okay, one of my favorite. They had a lot of songs that I like, but one of my favorite songs that stood out to me was "I Miss You." Do you guys remember that song? I miss you. I'm talking to you, baby. Yeah, that one. All right, so he is also named in this incident. We're going to get into it. I'm going to read to you guys what this actual allegation stems from. Let me go ahead and show the pictures for those of you that don't remember Aaron Hall. Okay. Of course, that's Diddy. And that is Aaron Hall with the red blouse, I'm going to call it, with the red blouse on. All right, so let's get into it. Sean Diddy Combs faces his third sexual assault. Allegations of 1990 of a 1990s incident with Aaron Hall. Okay, now they're saying that Sean Diddy Combs is facing another lawsuit. Okay, claiming he sexually assaulted a woman along with singer Aaron Hall back in the early 90s. They're saying that the woman using the name Jane Doe, because she didn't want her name out there, okay, says that she and a friend met Combs and Hall at a music industry event. Says that they claimed that both men were overly flirtatious and offering them drinks throughout the night. That's how it starts, is it not? With a drink, with something, okay, the little sprinkle, kind of like Bill Cosby. So they're saying that after the event, that Jane Doe claims that they were invited to Hall's place for an after party. There, Jane Doe alleges that she was pressured into having sex with Combs, and then Aaron Hall forced himself on her too. Okay. It says that the filing claims that after Combs finished doing his business, okay, like homeboy off Color Purple, says that Jane Doe then laid in bed shocked and traumatized. Says that as she was in the process of getting dressed, it says that Hall barged in the room, pinned her down, and forced himself on Jane Doe to have sex with her, or with him rather. Says that she alleges that she escaped from the apartment and found out that her friend had a similar experience, okay? A few days later, she says that Sean P. Diddy Combs allegedly got very, very violent with her. Says that the lawsuit also includes MCA Music Entertainment and Geffen Records, okay, as defendants, all right? So she's going after everybody. She's going to make sure, honey, that she is going to be heard on this. She's not only going after Aaron Hall and Diddy, but she's also suing the record labels as well. They're saying that this case was filed under, of course, the Adult Survivors Act, all right? So this is the third assault case for Diddy. And each and every one sounds exactly like what happened in the deposition with Cassie, which is why I said I believe it. And as y'all know, I like to bring receipts and or proof, and we're going to get to that here in a little bit later because I got some real stuff to show you guys. We're going to talk about some stuff I pulled with Kim Porter in terms of what she had to deal with prior to her death, and some things that I pulled up that's going to be very eye-opening that we didn't know after her death and was leading up to her death, okay? I think that she probably knew something was going to happen to her. I'm not ready to go there yet, but we're gonna get there. Oh my God, I can't wait to get into it though. I can't wait to get into it. All right, so let's get on to the next thing, baby, because y'all gonna be like, Caramel, where'd you find that? Baby, I ain't been up late for no reason. Because I don't know why this has been kind of weighing on me. It's like I've been feeling extra nosy when it comes to this P. Diddy and Kim Porter situation, because I feel like, one, she's not here to be able to speak her piece. I feel like, two, now that YouTube has become so, prominent, we're able to dig up things and or put things out there versus how it used to be back in the day where social media wasn't as big as it is now. We can be the voice for people who are no longer able to speak about things that happened to them and shed light on incidences like this that happened with Kim Porter, okay? Now that Cassie has opened the floodgates, people are starting to bring Kim's name up more and more, which made me want to dig up some things. And the things that I found out is not a coincidence, okay? We're going to get into it, though. Let's finish what we got to our other business here. Again, thank you guys for joining, okay? I really appreciate it. All right, so. All right, so for those of you Subway eaters, a Georgia woman accidentally tips a Subway worker $7,000 for Subway. For a $5 footlong. I don't even eat Subway anymore. I used to like their tuna sub, okay? But then I found out that it wasn't tuna. I was like, okay, yeah, I ain't gonna be able to fuck with Subway anymore. I don't remember the last time it's been years since I fooled with Subway. I don't fool with Subway. If I want a good, nice sub, I can go right down the street to Publix, which is not far from where I stay. Publix have great subs. If you have a Publix in your area, Publix have really, really good subs. I like a sub from Publix, okay? If I want, and there's another place that I like to go to as well where they do the hot subs, but yeah, Publix right down the street, that'll do for me if I just want a nice little, cold cut type situation, okay? Italian sub or whatever, whatever you guys like. Publix got it, baby. So Subway, it's a chop for me. But let's get into what they're saying here. A woman said that she made a mistake, a massive error rather, after accidentally tipping a Subway worker $7,112.98 for a sandwich, okay? And her bank gave her a hard time refunding her, okay, the money back. It says that Vera Connor went to her local Subway restaurant in College Park on October 23rd to purchase her pepperoni, salami, and ham sandwich, expecting to pay $7.54. It says that when Connor left the store, that she explained to NBC News that she didn't notice that the $7,000 tip was added to her order. Damn. Says that she didn't see the charge until she checked her receipts the following Friday and said that the numbers resembled the last 6 digits of her phone number. Wow. Says that Ms. Connor thought that she was entering her phone number to ensure that she received her Subway rewards points, but the screen must have switched to the tip amount. It says, however, she went through a month-long situation to have the charge reversed on her bank card, okay? It says that Connor had to contact Subway and her bank to fix the chargeback, but the restaurant's manager told her that she would have to continue working with the bank, of course. They didn't want to get that money back. So it says that the bank that she banks with said that in a statement that that the refund was denied because she still had to pay the $7.54 for her sandwich. So her claim had to be resubmitted with only the tip being listed under the dispute. Says that she finally received a chargeback on Monday, but Connor says that she is officially done with the reward app. Okay, I don't blame you. Shit, $7,000. That's an expensive sandwich. Okay. Oh my God, I see somebody else co-signing me. Publix is good. Okay, if you've ever had a sub from Publix, but shout out to Publix. Okay, I ain't trying to promote Publix, but Publix is damn good if you want a good sub. All right, I like their bread. I love it. It's good. So I don't fool with Subway, and I don't want to talk too bad about Subway, but they gave me a bad taste in my mouth when I found out that their meat wasn't authentic, so to speak. All right. Yeah. Let's move on. For those of you that like to carry fake bags, we got some new developments on that as well. They're saying that when traveling with a fake bag abroad, that can cost you up to a $300 fine, okay, for fake bags. Y'all know that? You're not really supposed to have fake merchandise anyway, but for those of you that do, please beware because they are cracking down on that. Let's go ahead and get into this information here about some fake merchandise. They're saying that several retailers, okay, being sued by Gucci, guys. Y'all hear this? For allegedly selling counterfeit products. Check this out. Several retailers being sued by Gucci for allegedly selling counterfeit products. Gucci has filed 3 federal lawsuits against Sam's Club and Lord & Taylor with claims that they sold counterfeit products, okay? After an extensive investigation, Gucci confirms it has taken legal action against Lord & Taylor, Sam's Club, and Century 21 for their roles in marketing and selling counterfeit Gucci products, the brand said in a statement. Gucci remains committed to protecting its customers from retailers profiting from the sale of counterfeit goods, okay? It's added that each year Gucci spends millions of dollars on advertising to promote the goods and services offered under the Gucci marks in the United States, all right? It says, as a result of Gucci's efforts and the appeal of the Gucci brand, Gucci sells high qualities of consumer goods annually in the U.S., all right? So that says that according to WWD, that Gucci is suing for injunctive and monetary relief, alleging trademark infringement and unfair compensation by Lord & Taylor and other identified individuals. Okay. Now in 2020, they're saying that Lord & Lord relaunched with a new website after facing bankruptcy during their pandemic. All right. It says that the brand claimed that Lord & Taylor and other defendants manufactured, advertised, and offered for sale, sold, and distributed imported and or exported handbags bearing marks that are identical to or highly similar to Gucci marks, okay? Now, they're saying earlier this year that Gucci claims to have purchased handbags from Lord & Taylor website, including a red GG Marymount Maltese camera bag, all right, priced at $1,555, and a black GG Marymount shoulder bag for $2,400, all right? Now, they're saying that after purchase that Gucci examined the counterfeit products and confirmed that they are non-genuine according to the suit. All right. So it's looking like they are kind of taking brands and kind of putting the Gucci symbol to make it look like that and then make it look like it's Gucci and then boosting the price up to make customers and consumers feel like that they are authentic Gucci bags and they're not. So you guys may be paying high dollar for something that's very counterfeit. So you want to make sure that you are purchasing something that is real. Now, most of the time, if you look inside your bag, because I got some shit downstairs. You want to open your bag and you want to look in there for the little symbol on the inside. Okay, you want to check leather on that, because if you have a real Gucci bag, it should not peel, especially where the stitching is. If it's starting to peel there, that's probably an indication that it may not be real. Okay, so you want to open that bag up and look in there, look at that symbol, and you want to make sure that the stitching and stuff like that is not, starting to peel. That's an indication that it could be fake. All right, just for those of you that are looking to be buying a nice Gucci bag. All right, and be very aware of where you're getting it from. So if you're getting it from Lord & Taylor, and what's the other place? Let's see, Lord & Taylor, and what's the other place? From these crazy websites too. If you're looking on different websites, okay, make sure that you are getting a very authentic bag. All right, yeah, it's looking like Lord & Taylor may be one of the biggest ones. Okay, but yeah, so that's how you can look at that. All right, so it says I can get the real deal. I work at Macy's. Boom, there you go. All right, Cheryl look like she got the hook up on the real deal. So y'all holler at Cheryl if y'all want to get a good old bag, okay, for the real deal. It's looking like she's putting a shout out there. Okay, thanks for that, Miss Cheryl Canada. All right, or Canada. I'm sorry, look at me to my Canada. I did go to school. I'm sounding like Tisha up here. All right, yes, that's Miss Cheryl. All right, Miss Cheryl said she got the hook up. I got the hook up. Holla if you hear me. All right, Taco Bell, honey. Taco Bell is being sued, okay, over a party that allegedly included open SCX. My God, Taco Bell. Damn. We didn't know that's what y'all talking about. What y'all said y'all had burritos up in there shit. All right, so let's get into it. It said former Taco Bell employees Alana Betchum, okay, has filed a lawsuit against the company over an alleged party that descended into a drunken chaos, included open SCX at Taco Bell. All right, it says, as reported by KTLA, that Betchum's lawsuit claims that her supervisor invited her to a Christmas party at the San Pedro's Taco Bell in December of 2022. It says when she arrived at the restaurant where she also worked, says that she brought a bowl of guacamole and discovered that her supervisor covered the windows of the restaurant with wrapping paper. Says that she noted that the cameras in the lobby of the restaurant were also covered. That would have been a red flag to me. Like, what all this shit covered up? What's about to go down up in here? That would have been me, because I'm very visual. Now, it says that her co-workers were provided alcohol by their supervisor, even though several staff members were evidently overserved. It says that when she left the restaurant briefly around midnight, that she came back in to allegedly see one of her co-workers having SCX with his wife in front of everyone at the party. Says that the wife of the co-worker was also kissing the women who served as restaurant managers and other female workers. Okay, so she is suing, guys. I said, hot damn. See, you ain't look at signs. All right, first of all, when you walked in, like, why is all the windows covered up? That's a red flag to me. All right, if there's supposed to be a party, what we covering everything up for? What kind of party is this? If I'm looking up and I see that the surveillance cameras are also covered, why are we covering up surveillance cameras? I'm be asking questions. I'm that type of person. Like, what the fuck is going on in here? Why the cameras not, that would have been me. And if nobody can give me some reputable answers, then a bitch gotta go, because I ain't got time to be caught up in no mess. All right. I ain't got time. I told y'all I notice everything. So if I walk in a room and I see some craziness like that, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna be like, where Real at? She in the car, because she's about to get what they call the hell out of here. Okay. Yeah, I ain't got time for that. No, I ain't about to be violated. No, sir. No. We don't need to be covering up cameras and none of that. But let's get on with the show, child. There's more. All right. Now, we already talked about Iman Shumpert and Tiana Taylor getting divorced. She filed for divorce. They're saying January, and they're saying it's been over a year that she's filed. So they kept it on the hush-hush. Apparently, she's saying that they're getting divorced because he's jealous of her and her career. Anytime that they would step out to go somewhere, that he would be jealous whenever paparazzi would ask him to step out of the pictures because they only wanted her. Her career was actually going somewhere. His kind of was at a halt once he, I guess, did not get signed again to play. So he was kind of like her beard, so to speak. He tried to do music, and that didn't really go anywhere. Her music, of course, was taken off. So that can be kind of hard for the person who sees himself as the man of the house. have to watch his wife kind of going, you know, jumping leaps and bounds in the industry, in the same industry that he's trying to break into after his career did not go anywhere. So yeah, so he's saying that his lawyer releases a statement following the details of the divorce, and he's actually saying in the statement saying that Mr. Schumpert hopes that parties and counsel can work towards a fair resolution, keeping the best interest of the children, okay, of paramount concerns. Now, y'all know that he was caught with another woman, all right, and this woman did come out and put him on blast and saying that she was seeing him for quite some time. She's been around his children, which is fucking disrespectful. If you're gonna step out, don't bring your children around said person. This ain't their mama. Mind you, he was still married to Teyana, obviously. So why you would be so comfortable enough to bring your children around your side chick, okay? And if y'all watch Teyana's show, y'all know her children are very, very, especially her oldest daughter. She's very smart and she's very intelligent and she's very aware and she's very talkative. So she's probably the one that went back and told Teyana, like, Mama, you know, Daddy got a side hoe out here. We went to her house and she was real nice to us like she was our mama. She probably went back and told Teyana, which is probably how Teyana knew what the hell was going on. But yeah, homegirl was wearing his chain and everything in videos. I saw it online. I was like, wow, he's very bold. He was seen out in public, like at clubs, and this girl would be sitting on his lap with his chain on and laying on him like she was the wife. So it's no coincidence that she went ahead and cut ties. But my thing is, once again, and I said it yesterday, if you are married and these two were known to bring other people in their bedroom, if you're that comfortable enough to be having threesomes, which we all knew Teyana like women prior to getting married to Amon Schumpert, they incorporated this into their marriage, and now you guys are filing for divorce when all you wanted was to have a little more fun, but he just wanted to have it with other people, okay? And 9 times out of 10, when you spoil your man in that way and you allow other women to come in and be doing things that you're supposed to be doing, then that's what happens. Your marriage don't work out. And it's sad that you guys are trying to raise 2 children and do it amicably, and it's all because he cheated. Okay, I think that Teyana, I don't think that she was fully over women when she married him. Okay, I just don't, because and I think she was saying in an article that I read that it was her idea to actually bring other people in the bedroom, and I think it was more so to fulfill her fantasies that she wasn't able to fulfill when she was with him. I'm not saying she didn't love him, but the love for what she had before she was with him, which were women rather, I feel like she wanted to incorporate that more so into their marriage so that she could be more so fulfilled. I mean, I'm sure he was fulfilled as well to be able to, you know, participate in that. But the fact that she was able to still tap into that world while being married to him and still be pleased in that way and not have to totally give it up, that was something that she benefited from as well. So it's sad that the two of them are not able to work through this and be together because he's become very spoiled and jealous. It's hard when you're married to somebody who is jealous of you. Okay, women. If you've ever been married to somebody that's jealous of you, that shit does not go away. And as your career begins to snowball and you become a bigger star, like you look around, Teyana is doing a lot of stuff. She's writing for artists. She has her own music. She's in movies. She's directing movies. She's everywhere. She's performing. She's going on tour. He's not able to do any of those things. So he's kind of sitting back in the limelight and watching her limelight grow. And it's kind of frustrating for him because he, like I said, he put out an album. It didn't do well. And I watched him on the show where she would even go into the studio to kind of encourage him, to make him feel like, okay, I support what you're doing. But people didn't really receive him and his music as they do her. But she's been in the game for a while. Okay. What was one of her first songs? Y'all remember Google Me? Y'all remember her song Google Me when she first came out? That was a nice little bop. I was like, okay, who is this little chick? But she worked with the likes of Pharrell and a few other artists back in the day to help catapult her career. And of course, he was great when he was doing basketball, but that kind of phased out and he was kind of looking for some other things to do and it just didn't work out. And unfortunately, sir, you were married to somebody who was already a star and you could never dim her star or her shine, and that bothered you. So that's why your marriage ain't work, okay? Potato, and goodbye. All right. Kim and Croy Bierman, honey, they are filmed by one of their neighbors out in public, child, on the streets of Atlanta, honey, out fighting and carrying on, all right? One of their neighbors, of course, was tired of hearing all the screaming and hollering. They decided to whip out their phone and record Kim and Croy. Croy is saying something about, in the beginning of the video, if you listen very closely, that he's going to expose Kim, that he's tired of her. He's screaming like he is about crazy. You can tell that they are in a huge fight. You can also hear one of their children kind of scream out as well, because this, of course, is being done in front of their children. Let's go ahead and play it. Uh-oh. Y'all hear Croy screaming and hollering at Kim? One of the neighbors decided to whip out their phone and record it, because y'all know, like I told y'all, the police have been coming to their home for quite some time, and many times. And they've also had to go in front of a judge that pretty much had to tell them, if you guys are going to stay in the same house, because they were saying we can't really afford to get an apartment, or nobody can afford to move out. So the judge was like, okay, you stay downstairs. Croy, you stay in the master bedroom. Neither one of you guys are allowed to argue in front of the children. Now it's looked like they're taking it out into the streets where neighbors are able to hear this screaming and hollering, and it's a disturbance. So they decided to whip out their phone and record it and upload it to social media. And Croy is her screaming to the top of his lungs at Kim, and one of their children is actually screaming in the background trying to calm him down. So that's a look into their crazy lifestyle over there. Somebody needs to move the hell out before somebody gets hurt. That just sounds dangerous. Croy sounds like he's sick of it. Just not even a month ago, they were just seen out celebrating their anniversary, sitting down eating dinner. Kim went back and added Bierman to all of her social media pages, because she had dropped Bierman from her name on all of her social media pages, because it looked like they were going to work some shit out. But now it's looking like they're right back to the same mess again. One of their youngest children just called 911 because Kim and Croy were fighting as well. So it's just like, y'all, I'm about sick and tired of Kim and Croy. Like, seriously. I really am. I'm about sick of Kim and Croy, because they stay doing the absolute freaking most. Like, for real. They need to go ahead and move. Somebody needs to move out before somebody wind up hurt, for real. Like, y'all got so many damn kids. It's going to be hard for the both of them to move on. And even if they do get divorced to move on, they are so much debt. Like, I don't know who wants to step up to the plate to be with either one of them. Because neither one of them got no money. They are in debt up to their damn eyeballs. The both of them. They owe back taxes. They owe car payments, credit cards. Like, it's crazy. She done ran through Croy's money, and his family tried to tell his ass. And he just had to be with her ass. He had to be with Kim. And now, Croy, you see, your family tried to tell you about this heifer, and you just had to be with her. Now you ain't got shit. And she's making your life a living hell. Publicly, okay? Publicly. Damn. Shit crazy. All right, let's get on into the real deal, okay? Let's get into the real deal of some things. All right, so I've been pulling some clips of some things that I ran into that appear to be very, very telling. We've been talking about Diddy all week. I've been pulling some stuff, and we're going to kind of uncover some things, okay? The best way to get some things up and popping in an investigation is to reveal some things. And I think if enough of the content creators would talk about said situations, that maybe an investigation can be opened up. I do not feel that Kim Porter passed away the way that they're saying she passed away. I told you guys on yesterday that Jaguar Wright had already come out and said that she believes that Kim was poisoned. I pulled some information that may lead up to what Jaguar Wright was saying. I believe that Jaguar may know some things, yeah. And don't count her out, because a lot of people like to think she's crazy. But I keep saying there's some reputable stuff that comes from her, okay? Thanks so much, Peach Dawn, for being here. All right. Yeah. Where do I begin? Let's start from the top. Shit. With Diddy. Let's look at some body language when it comes to Diddy. All right. Because he likes to say, oh, I'm not this person. These are all lies. Now, what I'm going to be showing you guys is a clip that I pulled up. There's an interview that Diddy did with this particular gentleman. Cassie walked up while he was doing said interview, and she reached her hand out to shake this man's hand. Diddy gave her this look like, one, why are you here, and why are you touching him? He grabbed her in a sneaky, forceful way and pulled her to him, and it looks like he kind of dug his fingers into her side. And you can tell Cassie has been around Diddy for so long until she's able to pretend publicly not to be hurt in a way and to appease him, because she knows the repercussions of what may happen later. Let me go ahead and play this, and you guys can tell me what y'all see into this, because when I saw it, that's what I saw. Okay.
Thank you so much. I wanted to ask you, can't wait to see 3 a.m.
Yes.
The controversy.
Yeah.
How can we get a tape of this?
I'm going to send it to you. I will email it.
Email me the whole.
Okay, let's do it again.
Thank you so much. I wanted to ask you, can't wait to see 3 a.m.
Yes.
The controversy.
Yeah.
How can we get a tape of this?
Y'all see how he pulled her? I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I think I got another clip too of that somewhere. All right, let's pull this particular clip as well, when they asked Cassie this question, and the way Diddy looked at her like, you better answer this question right.
Is there anything that you may want to confess tonight before you go in? I keep everything right here. There you go. Or right here.
Yeah.
You angelic all the time?
Y'all see that? Let's do it one more time.
Is there anything that you may want to confess tonight before you go in? I keep everything right here. There you go. Or right here.
Yeah.
You angelic all the time? Is there anything that you may want to...
You can tell that she's been kind of trained to what to say and how to say what she says, so that it does not send any type of attention towards them. Okay. Somebody said Jag is not crazy. I have followed her for years. Artrell Palmer, let's put your comment up. Yeah, she's not crazy. She's not crazy. All right, let me go ahead and play what Jaguar had to say.
Making money off of Biggie's name for longer than Biggie was alive. People keep forgetting he hadn't turned 25 yet. He was still 24 when he died. It's been over 25 years. Fucking Puffy has been making money on that boy's name longer than he lived. It supported all of Bad Boy. His catalog. Clearly, a Biggie Smalls verse is very valuable, the commission. What happened to that album? It was recorded. It was being mixed and mastered upon Biggie's death. It was supposed to have came out that summer after Biggie's album, because Biggie's album was slated. He died a week and a half before his album came out. Then the commission was supposed to come out, and that was supposed to be his exit from Bad Boy. And then starting his own company. So tell me something. I think everybody that knows Sean Carter knows that he will slump anyone in any relationship for $1.
Now, I told you guys in a story, in a post, was it yesterday, that Biggie was planning to leave Bad Boy. He had already sat down, okay, with Rockefeller Records to strike a deal with them because Puffy was taking his money, allegedly. Let me go ahead and put my banner up because we get ready to get into some deep stuff, okay? I've been kind of digging up some stuff here because y'all know I dibble and dabble in music as well. So I kind of know how this music thing works, all right? And can't nobody tell me different. I know how contracts work. I know. Biggie was planning to leave Bad Boy Records because he was tired of Diddy's shit. He was tired of having, Diddy was trying to tell Biggie what to wear, how to act on stage. He was taking his money, allegedly, and Biggie was tired of Diddy's shit. Going towards the end of his death, he had already, like I said, had sat down with some music executives over at Rockefeller Records. They had offered him a very lucrative deal. Back then, y'all know Rockefeller Records was banging just like Bad Boy Records, okay? And when Diddy heard about Biggie getting ready to leave, I believe that he then devised a plan to maybe not have him around anymore, because I said I found it very strange that Diddy was pushing for Biggie to be in California more than anyone else, knowing that there was an East Coast, West Coast rivalry. Why would you ask your biggest artist, who you know is in a lot of beef with East Coast, West Coast rivalry, to go in a place that you know the block is hot? Why would you do that? You are low-key putting him in danger. Biggie's own mama told him, son, I don't feel right about you going there. My spirit is saying you should not go here because I feel like something may happen. He told her, Mom, you don't need to worry. I think I'm going to be fine. We're going to go out here. We're going to do this show, and we're going to come back. Biggie never made it back. Now, if you look at videos and if you look at there, even in the movie, which depicted Biggie's life going up to his death, Sean Puffy Combs made it very convenient that he rode in the SUV behind Biggie. We talked about this a little bit before. He made it very convenient that he rode in the SUV that was behind Biggie, because when the person that drove up beside the SUV that Biggie was in and unalived him, Puffy was back here safe. He was back. He was nowhere near it. But he tried to act like he was so distraught after the fact. He was crying the most, the same way he was with Kim Porter. I find it weird that everybody that want to disassociate and or expose Diddy is no longer here. Do you guys not find that to be strange? He did not like, his hatred for Tupac is the fact that Tupac used to be very good friends with and used to date his baby mama back in the day. He used to be good friends with Tupac until Tupac dated one of his baby mamas. And we all know how Diddy is when it comes to his women. Diddy is very jealous-hearted. Diddy is very controlling. Okay? He's very controlling. He was that way with Kim Porter. And I believe that Kim Porter may have experienced some of the things that Cassie experienced as well. I pulled something that I thought was very strange, because we all know, and here's them two together. This is how bold he was. He was supposed to have been dating Kim Porter, and out of the blue, Kim see on TV that he's with Cassie. She didn't even know that he was with somebody else. She thought that she was the only woman. So for her to look on national television and see him out booed up with Cassie was a slap in the face for her, because she was under the impression that she was his girl, that she was the only one. She was ready to be a family, to have a family with him. She even wanted to be married. And I'm going to play a clip for you guys here in a second. Now, I did find something that I thought was rather interesting, because we all know how Diddy likes his women to paint their nails. What color is her nails? All of his women, he liked them to wear white nail polish. And if you've looked at and or read the deposition, there's a reason why. Whenever he have the FOs, he likes the way that these women look with the nail polish when they're having certain type of encounters. Okay? Yeah. So I believe that Kim Porter experienced a lot of some of the same things that Cassie experienced as well. Okay? Now, Kim Porter was trying to move on with her life after seeing that Diddy was dating several other people. Okay. After she was trying to move on with her life, one of her boyfriends, at which Diddy was said and alleged to go over to his home and beat the guy up. And coincidentally, 2 weeks later, he was found unalive. This is someone who Kim Porter was trying to move on with and date. All right. Now they're saying that she also dated an actor from 2010 to 2012. Okay. This is Kim Porter. It says that Porter dated actor Jackie Long for 2 years. When they first started seeing each other, that there were rumors going around that Diddy sent death threats to Jackie Long, which was the boyfriend. It says that the two continued to date despite the rumors and possible threats. All right. It says that they eventually broke up, meaning Kim Porter and Jackie Long, because he was tired of Diddy inserting himself. They couldn't go anywhere. They couldn't have a normal relationship because he would continue to pop up and think he was still in control of Kim. All right. Yeah. Ain't shit crazy. All right. I'm going to play something for you guys. All right. Because we've already heard, like I said, the deposition, which was very telling when it comes to Cassie. My God. And all of the women that are coming forward now, they have also expressed some things as well. I'm going to play this that's talking about leading up to Kim Porter's death. And I'm going to show you guys some pictures as well. This is getting ready to be I'm going to give a trigger warning, all right, for some of you that's watching this, because it's very deep, guys. And let me go back and rephrase what Jaguar was saying, that she felt that Kim Porter was poisoned. And this particular clip is going to talk about some things leading up to her death and some things that were found at her home when police got there. Okay, these are things that was not told when they actually announced that Kim Porter passed away. All right. She actually told Puffy prior to her death. He came and got the children the morning of her death, I think it was, and he says that Kim told her, please take care of my children. That sounds kind of eerie. He's always coming to get the children, so why in this particular day would she just tell you out of the blue, please make sure you take care of my children? That sounds kind of strange. Okay, I feel like he came and got the kids that particular day because the children could not be there because of what was going to happen to their mother. Okay, you know, if something's bad going to happen to the child's mother and you're in on it, allegedly, your children cannot be there to witness that, because that would traumatize them for the rest of their life. You don't want them to be able to come back and say, well, I saw daddy do such and such and such, and then your name be brought up in something. So he was very strategic in terms of getting the children out of that house and having them at his house whenever, whatever happened to Kim Porter. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this video, because I do want to share it with you guys. It's very eye-opening, okay? Shout out to Celeb Live.
Kim probably told all that in her book. You understand?
That's the ex-bodyguard.
Up and got missing the day she died.
We have breaking news to tell you about now. Model and actress Kim Porter, who shares 3 children with Sean Diddy Combs, has been found.
Sources close to Kim's ex-boyfriend suggest he's pinning it down.
Listen.
All that could allegedly unmask Diddy's hand in this shocking tragedy. With social media buzzing, questions arise. Was Kim silenced by Diddy? We're diving deep into the enigmatic events surrounding Kim Porter's demise. A beacon in the modeling world, actress, and the heart of Sean Diddy Combs, Kim met her untimely demise in 2018. Official reports pegged it as a tragic case of pneumonia leading to cardiac arrest.
Authorities say she went into cardiac arrest while fighting flu-like symptoms. She was 47 years old.
Yet, murmurings of sinister intentions haven't faded. Some, like Al B. Sure, remain steadfast, hinting at a truth far darker than what's been reported. But before we unravel these gripping details, let's revisit Kim's luminous journey. Born in the heart of Georgia on December 15, 1970, Kim's aspirations led her from the corridors of Columbus High School to the glitz of Atlanta. The modeling world was quick to spot her charm, propelling her to star in numerous music videos. But it was singer-songwriter Al B. Sure who not only became an integral part of her life, but also aided her ascent in New York. Their love story was immortalized when Kim birthed their son, Quincy, in 1991, and Al dedicated Joe Detsy's chart topper, Forever, My Lady, to Kim and their newborn. Al reminisces. Yeah, his mom was my first love, right when I brought her here from Columbus, Georgia to New York. We made an amazing young man. Al's revelations didn't stop at marital secrets. In a candid interview with Angela Yee in 2020, he made the startling...
Did y'all know that he and Kim Porter were secretly married? I always thought that they dated. I never knew that they ran away and got secretly married. Did y'all know that? I did not. Let's continue.
Revelation that he and Kim were once wed, a detail they'd kept under wraps. The shocks didn't end there. Only a few months post this disclosure, Al took to Instagram, alleging that Kim's demise wasn't an accident, but a cold-blooded assassination. The implications of his statement threw gasoline on the conspiracy theories embers suggesting Diddy played a part in Kim's untimely and timely end. However, before we dissect Al's comments, it's essential to zoom into Kim and Diddy's intricate relationship and the mysterious circumstances shrouding her demise.
Celebrity pastor T.D. Jakes did the eulogy for the funeral.
Diddy's entry into Kim Porter's life can be described as a pivotal moment, replete with trauma and controversies. Emphasizing the complexities of their relationship, it was clear that the mogul's influence was transformative. Diddy, the kingpin of the hip-hop empire, crossed paths with Kim when she was molding her career at Uptown Records. Their entanglement started in 1994, marked by periods of love, betrayals, and unexpected reunions.
Yeah, you know, I was more concerned just about the well-being of my artists and also myself and my family.
Amid their romantic tussles, 1998 saw them celebrating the arrival of Christian Casey, their first child. However, in a typical roller coaster fashion, synonymous with Diddy's personal life, he and Kim faced turbulence, breaking up in 1999 over child support issues. This split pushed Diddy into the arms of Jennifer Lopez, a glamorous relationship that lasted for 2 years, only for him to return to Kim's embrace in 2003. The couple's joy multiplied in December 2006 with the birth of twin daughters, Delilah Starr and Jessie James. But marriage, it seems, was a bridge too far for Diddy. Despite Kim's hopes, Diddy's reservations kept them from tying the knot. I know she deserves to get married, but I'm just not ready, he confessed in a 2006 Essence interview. Their ultimate split in 2007 was a spectacle, with Kim making it abundantly clear that she was done for good. I wanted to be dramatic. I wanted him to know I wasn't breaking up with him for 2 weeks, she revealed to Essence. Yet, the final straw for Kim was a heart-wrenching revelation when she was pregnant with the twins. Diddy had fathered another child. When confronted, Diddy admitted, and in Kim's words, "Dude, this is so whack. I can't even respect you right now." By July 2006, another girl, Chance, was born to Diddy with Sarah Chapman. The twins, Delilah and Jessie, followed in December. But amidst the emotional wreckage, one thing stood resolute: their commitment to their children. We're committed to our children even if...
I'm sorry for the ad, guys. Is this not juicy? This gives a breakdown to what's going on with them. All right, we're back.
Their bond as co-parents and friends remained unshaken. Diddy, on multiple occasions, praised Kim for her strength and mothering skills. Kim is an incredible mother to our children. We've been part of each other's lives for many years, he shared in a Jet magazine interview. Further emphasizing his gratitude towards the mothers of his children, he stated, "The mothers of my children are my best friends. My hat goes off to them."
Really?
But circling back to the core mystery, what led to Kim's untimely departure? Al B. Sher's allegations hint at foul play, but the full story is yet to be unraveled. We'll continue to delve deeper into the intricate web of relationships, rumors, and the reality surrounding Kim Porter's demise.
A shocked and devastated Diddy spotted at the home where his ex suddenly and mysteriously died.
As the storm around Kim Porter's demise refuses to abate, we're pulled into its very vortex by a startling statement from L.B. Sure. The renowned singer-songwriter took to Instagram, stating candidly, "I just found this footage from the morning I learned of Kim's assassination and how it ripped the soul from my physical body." We've previously reported that the 47-year-old, according to the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner coroner, succumbed to a lung infection in her sleep. But L.B. Sher's post, punctuated with raw emotion, casts a long shadow of doubt over this official narrative. "I do know very clearly that Kim didn't just check out all of a sudden over pneumonia. That's some nonsense," he stated. For context, a few weeks before her sudden demise, Kim appeared to be in peak health. She was spotted laughing and enjoying the premiere of son Quincy Brown's Netflix movie, The Holiday Calendar. Albie notes, "She was in fantastic health as well, laughing seeing me and Diddy's mutual exchange at the theater." Now, while these revelations give fodder to conspiracy theories, it's important to consider Diddy's side of the story. In a candid interview with Essence in 2019, Diddy offered a different perspective. He said Kim had been under the weather with flu-like symptoms a few days before her passing, opting to send their kids to his home to prevent them from falling ill. Reflecting on their last interaction, Diddy mentioned she had the flu, and she sent the kids over to my house so they wouldn't get sick. "One night I was checking on her, and she was like, 'Puffy, take care of my babies.' She actually said that to me before she died." Drawing our attention back to L.B., Sure, his Instagram post was accompanied by a heart-wrenching video of himself, visibly distressed by the news of Kim's demise. He remembered the moment vividly. "I was on my way to film the pre-show packages for the Soul Train Awards on Bet with Tisha Campbell and Tichina Arnold when I received a call from peer icon and celeb talent producer Queenie Donaldson asking me if I was oak and did I hear the news." Al's allegations seem more than just fleeting thoughts. They're embedded with conviction, built on shared memories, and perhaps unseen evidence. But is there weight behind these words, or are they remnants of grief? The storm of speculations thickens. While Diddy mourned publicly for the loss of Kim, rumors began to ripple across industry circles. Some began whispering about an unreleased tell, all suggesting Kim was on the brink of unveiling her experiences in the music world. The rumor mill churned, and many postulated that this project could have been the very motive behind her supposed silencing.
You know, say Kim know all his deepest secrets. You understand? Kim knew why he was using the butt.
However, as with
Y'all.
most sensational claims, a contrasting perspective emerged. Kim's close friend and hairstylist, Lisa Pope, shed light on these rumors. According to Lisa, Kim did have ambitions to pen a book, but it wasn't what many speculated. Instead, it was envisioned as a guide on raising well-mannered children, especially in the glitzy Hollywood realm. Lisa reminisced, "I can attest to the amazingly well-mannered children she raised," further emphasizing their bond over parenting. "Our strongest bond was our role as parents." Yet, the core of the mystery remained unresolved. If not for a tell-all, then why such mysterious circumstances around her demise? The recent revelations brought forth a myriad of allegations, painting Diddy in an incriminating light. A plethora of inconsistencies in the crime scene and statements have been exposed. These red flags raised suspicions among Kim's inner circle.
Listen
My
to
life
this.
is sometimes you have to really go with that decision in your gut.
For instance, some questioned the official reports after discovering bloodstains on Kim's pillowcases. The unusual trail from the bedroom to the bathroom stood in stark contrast to the initially posited peaceful sleep narrative. With Kim,
Let's stop right here. Did y'all hear that? Blood stains on her pillowcases and blood drippings going towards her bathroom. That's not flu-like symptoms. What does that sound like? Someone must have been injected with something. Why would she be leaking if she only has the flu? Did y'all hear that? Let's back it up. Let's back that up.
and statements have been exposed. These red flags raised suspicions among Kim's inner circle.
My life is sometimes you have to really go with that decision in your gut.
For instance, some questioned the official reports
Listen.
after discovering bloodstains on Kim's pillowcases. The unusual trail from the bedroom to the bathroom stood in stark contrast to the initially posited peaceful sleep narrative. With Kim's lifeless body discovered on the bathroom floor, many began to doubt the initial claim that she was found in bed. This apparent mismatch, coupled with the whispers of deliberate staging to dupe the investigators, only stoked the flames of conspiracy.
I'm gonna run it back one more time. One more time. That does not sound like the flu. Blood drippings on a pillow and blood leaking with a trail of her going to the bathroom. Okay? Let's play it one time. After this ad. Are y'all enjoying this information?
If you love to make people's
Why is all these freaking ads?
work where no 2 days are alike, this is a
very telling.
Forth a myriad of allegations painting Diddy in an incriminating light. A plethora of inconsistencies in the crime scene and statements have been exposed. These red flags raised suspicions among Kim's inner circle.
My life is sometimes you have to really go with that decision in your gut.
For instance, some questioned the official reports after discovering bloodstains on Kim's pillowcases. The unusual trail from the bedroom to the bathroom stood in stark contrast to the initially posited peaceful sleep narrative. With Kim's lifeless body discovered on the bathroom floor, many began to doubt the initial claim that she was found in bed. This apparent mismatch, coupled with the whispers of deliberate staging to dupe the investigators, only stoked the flames of conspiracy further.
Have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms.
Furthermore, an ominous post circulating on the internet caught our attention, hinting at a larger and more sinister narrative. It insinuated that Diddy's rise to fame in the early 90s was marred by mysterious demises, alluding to a lost documentary that highlighted supposed sacrifices during his early shows. Despite our best efforts, we couldn't find a credible source confirming this documentary. Nevertheless, its mere mention online further paints the picture of a mogul ensnared in a web of dark rumors.
So he gotta look good going into it, because right now, in the public's eye, he don't look that good, bro.
It's intriguing to note that these whispered rumors around Diddy's involvement aren't merely an isolated phenomenon. The mogul's journey in the entertainment industry has always been shadowed by tales of conspiracy. It's no surprise then that many fans, fueled by years of conjecture, might easily sway towards these allegations. Take, for instance, the tragic demises of rap legends Tupac Shakur and Biggie Smalls. Both events have been shrouded in conspiracy theories for decades, and Diddy's name has inevitably been tossed into this whirlpool of speculation. Rumors suggested Diddy's possible involvement, or at the very least, knowledge about the events leading up to the assassinations. While no solid evidence has ever surfaced to implicate him, the mere whispers have been enough to taint his reputation in some circles. So, with Kim allegedly penning a guide on parenting, the supposed threat to Diddy seems diffused. But it's the relentless pile of allegations and inconsistencies that keeps the embers of conspiracy glowing. As we dissect these claims and counterclaims, one thing becomes evident. Kim Porter's demise has opened Pandora's box, revealing a maze of stories, some perhaps factual, others mere fictions of a grieving mind. Only time, further investigations, and, hopefully, transparent disclosures will bring the much-needed clarity. Do you believe the swirling rumors surrounding Diddy, or are they simply tales born from grief and speculation? Could all these Schur's claims be genuine or just reflections of a heart in mourning?
What y'all think? That's very eye-opening, okay? That is very eye-opening. I never knew that there were blood spats on her pillow and blood drippings leading into her bathroom. I feel like she knew that something was going to happen to her. That's why she didn't want her children there. She knew she was putting this book out. It was supposed to be a tell-all book, which was going to also release the facts of a video of Diddy and Usher in a sexual situation, because we talked about it. And she was also going to out him as being gay, and he did not want that. He had to stop that. Y'all know his image was everything. So he had to get her out of the way so that this would not be brought to light. Okay. He says that she was sick with flu-like symptoms. He hired a nurse to be at her house 24/7. Okay. He hired a nurse to be at her house by her side 24/7. When he came to check on her, the nurse was not there. Where was this nurse that you hired to be there 24/7? I see somebody asking, were there cameras there? They did not say. The house that Kim Porter was living in was Diddy's house, which conveniently, that's how he had all of his baby mothers set up. Cassie was the same way. Her apartment was in Diddy's name. It was they said in 5 minutes walking distance from his actual apartment. Now, if I'm your woman, why I don't stay with you? Why am I living in my own apartment and you have keys to come and go when you feel like it? Now, I was reading up where it was saying that Kim's apartment was bugged, where her house that she was staying in was bugged, and that she was followed, and the person that was following her was one of Diddy's other baby mamas. Okay, this shit gets crazy. Okay, this shit gets crazy, but we getting into it. Oh my God, I got some more stuff. That's not it. That's not it. Okay, that's not it. Lord have mercy. Okay, so the young woman that came out to talk about when she was pregnant with Diddy and how he attacked her, y'all remember, because I shared it. She looks kind of Korean. She looks like she's mixed, but she looks Korean. She's real pretty. Diddy had this girl following Kim Porter before she was unalived. Okay, he wanted to know who she was dating, what was going on. Kim was starting to come up missing. Diddy didn't know. Y'all remember when I told y'all that Kim, like, it was like she fell off the face of the earth. Diddy couldn't find her. He was calling around asking her mom, hey, where is she? And the mom was like, I don't know. Like, when you find out, let me know. During that time, she was sneaking and seeing someone else. And Diddy wanted to know what was going on with Kim. Who was Kim seeing? Diddy used his baby mama, this particular chick, all right, to show up to Kim's house, to like come over there like a little friendly visit. And she planted something in Kim's house to where Diddy could hear what was going on in her house. So she bugged Kim Porter's house. And Diddy also hired some men to come over to do said renovations. And he had the power to do that because that was his house that Kim was staying in, which he conveniently sold 3 years after Kim's passing. Okay. Yeah, he sold Kim Porter's house 3 years after her passing. Now, this baby mama who's doing all this crying and saying that Diddy did this to me and Diddy did that to me, you already knew the mess that was going on between Diddy and Kim Porter because you participated in helping Diddy spy on her. This girl would be following Kim Porter in cars and reporting back to Diddy saying, hey, she's here, she's there. She's getting ready to go here. She's with this person. She's with that person. He had his baby mother spying on Kim. So why was she not able to live a normal life when Diddy had already made it clear to her, I don't want to get married to you. I'm not ready for marriage yet. And was also seeing other women and having babies the entire time when it was understood that she was his woman. You were messing with Cassie. You were messing with this Korean girl. You were messing with, what's Chance's mother's name? Sarah. You were messing with so many other people. You had a baby with Misa Hilton, which I think was his first baby. Was it first baby mama? She was one of his baby mamas, who she can't stand him to this day because she's starting to talk as well to say, like, don't make me go there with you. And he also put hands on her as well. So this seems to be a very, very regular thing for Diddy to put his hands on his women. Kim Porter was not the only person to suffer that. So for Al B. Sure, which was someone who really loved Kim, where Diddy came in between Kim Porter and Al B. Sure's relationship because he was in love with Kim. He wanted to stay with Kim, but Kim wanted to be more so in the limelight. And how was she going to do that? By Diddy throwing all these things at her to say, hey, I can help your career, and putting his charm on her like he did with all the women in his life, when really he had no intentions of wifing her and being this loving dude to her as she thought that he was over the years. But she stayed in that situation because she was stuck and could not get out. He wouldn't let her go. And she remained very close friends with Al B. Sure. That is how he knew a lot of things that was going on with Kim. That is how he knew that she was in perfect health in the weeks leading up to her death. And Puffy was running around saying that she was sick with flu-like symptoms. She was in the bed. I feel like something may have been injected in her, allegedly. Because how do you go from being fine prior to her passing away, being at her son's movie theater, at his son's movie premiere, fine, happy, flourishing, looking healthy, with nothing wrong with her, 2 weeks after that, no, I got the flu, I can't get out of bed, please come and get my kids, take care of my kids, leaving those type of messages. Most of the time when somebody say, please take good care of my kids like that, maybe they're not feeling like they're not going to be here anymore. Maybe they're seeing something that somebody else may not see. And something that keeps popping up with me is, why the hell does TD Jakes keep popping up in this situation? Sir, you're supposed to be a bishop. Why are you popping up at these Diddy parties, which we know what happens at these Diddy parties? I don't know about you, but from the stuff that we've been hearing about that's been going on at these Diddy parties, that would pretty much taint my spirit and make me feel a certain type of way, especially if I'm a bishop, to be seeing men-on-men action with the type of music that's being played there. There was no conviction to him to be hanging around Diddy, like nothing picked up in your spirit as a bishop. Let's go biblical a little bit because I like to go there. Okay. Let's go biblical. Let's do that. If you're a bishop, I grew up in Church of God in Christ. I keep telling y'all that. I've seen demons being cast out of people. Okay. I've seen these types of things. There are certain things that just don't sit right in your spirit. Even when you encounter a person that have evil spirits, you can, if you have that connection, you can pick up on that in that person that will let you know there's something evil and very sinister about this person. I might not want to be around this person. You're trying to tell me that TD Jakes never picked up on any of that and was even invited and or seen and photographed at several of these Diddy parties when we know what go on there. He also did Kim Porter's funeral. How convenient. He hangs around with Diddy quite a lot. He hangs around with Diddy quite a lot. And it sounds very weird. Now, two other women that also had said altercation with Diddy, which was two of Kimora Lee Simmons' friends, female friends to be exact, since Diddy likes to say that he is not this person that everyone is painting him to be. Let's dig a little deeper, because two of her matron of honors who was in her wedding, Kimora Lee Simmons to be exact, Diddy had a verbal altercation with them because they were upset at how he was treating Kim Porter, and they said something to him about it and approached him about it. They are no longer here. Let's play it.
She may want to put a cloak of protection around her. And what if I told you?
Why is it playing so low?
She wants to put that cloak of protection
Let's
around
back it up, because I want y'all to hear
It's
all
because at this point, two of her friends, good friends, both had huge arguments with Diddy, and neither of them are here. Both passed away in their houses. Both deaths were unexplained. And to top it off, both of them were bridesmaids at her wedding. And what if I told you the same man who both of her two best friends, her bridesmaids, had an argument with before they passed away, was the same man that had threatened to harm her while she was pregnant? And what if
What y'all think about it? Why is it that everybody have a problem with Diddy is no longer here? Tupac is not here. Do we need to go down the list again? Heavy D was going to write a book, because it was said in the list there was some money that was owed to him. He was going to write a book about some things that he experienced also in the industry. He's not here. He's gone. Kim Porter is gone. After everybody was saying that she had flu-like symptoms and she was so sick and couldn't get out of bed, when 2 weeks prior she was just fine. But she was going to write a tell-all book. And the book is nowhere to be found. And the laptops that she was writing the book on are coincidentally nowhere to be found. Her house was burglarized not even a month after she passed away. And her home was ransacked. And papers and laptops were conveniently missing that her book was being written on. Andre Harrell, which was very tight friends with Diddy, who was also in getting ready to write a tell-all book about his life and things that happened in the industry. He's also gone. Al B. Sure, which I think may have had something to do with it, because he had been screaming out all this time saying that Kim Porter did not pass away from the flu, that he felt that she was MURDERD. I mean, he was in a coma for 2 months. There's something weird going on here. Two females that I just played it for you, which was very tight, close-knit friends with Kim Porter, as well as Kimora Lee Simmons, who were bridesmaids at her wedding, confronted Diddy about a situation about Kim Porter and how she was being treated. They were unalived in their homes, and no new developments were found, and no one knows how they were taken out. It sounds like the same way Kim was. Do y'all not see that as being a little weird? But everybody likes to say, oh, not Diddy. Oh, not him. He's even coming out and having his attorney steady trying to keep his image. Oh, don't think that just because I settled the day after that I'm admitting to any guilt. Kim is speaking from the grave. She is. Kim is speaking from the grave. They need to have her exhumed. And I said it before. A lot of people have been saying it. Kim Porter's sister has said it, that they don't fool with Diddy. They don't fool with Diddy. And I feel like, and I'm going to say allegedly, there may have been some people that was paid to keep their mouth shut and do things in terms of how he want them done. Case in point, when Cassie had the breast work done, the very next day he took her back to a doctor to have him redo it, when the doctor already knew that that was against medical protocol. Of course, everybody knows when you have a surgery like that, you're going to show some swelling after that, because the skin have been cut. There have been some digging around in that area, so you're going to be sore and you're going to be swollen. He told the doctor, I don't like the surgery and how it looks. It's too big. While Cassie lay there and cried and didn't have any say-so over what was going on in her body. That was her body. And the same doctor that went back and did this surgery against medical advice, because Diddy paid him X amount of money and put fear into him, I'm going to say, to make him do something that he knew medically was a bad idea, that could probably have been very detrimental to her in terms of her getting all types of infections, because y'all know that when you have surgery, that's unheard of to tell somebody, oh, I don't like this, go back in there. No, take those out, they're too big. Of course they're big. You're swollen the day after. And coincidentally, this same doctor is found unalive to where he drove off of a cliff. I'm pretty sure he drove on that road plenty of times. So because people are talking about this, he is no longer here. I find it very strange that everybody that is connected to exposing Diddy is not here anymore. Somebody said, and Kim's sister can give them permission, and her parents, because they were trying to plan and make their arrangements for Kim when she passed away and Diddy took over. I told y'all that. And flexed his money and his power around like he always does with everybody else, and took over the planning of the funeral to where they had probably no say-so in it, and got up there acting so sad and so distraught with these damn shades on, looking down, when allegedly he may have had something to do with it. I find it very strange. He didn't want Al B. Sure in her life. And let's break that down, because I don't like the way he did that, because they had Kim Porter's son, Quincy, growing up thinking that his own father didn't love him and or want to be a father to him. But Diddy used that as a means to say, I'm going to raise you. I'm going to be your daddy, because he didn't want he didn't want Al B. Sure to be around because of the relationship and the friendship that Kim Porter and Al B. Sure still had. Diddy was jealous of their friendship and their relationship, because at the time he was then dating her. Y'all know he didn't want none of his women to have any type of male interaction, period. I just showed y'all just where Cassie was shaking the interviewer's hand, how he was looking crazy, and then pulled her to him in a very forceful way. Diddy has issues. Control issues. And I'm going to try to look up and see how he was raised as a child. Where was his father? What was his upbringing? That's the next thing, because that is very essential in terms of the type of person that he has become. I can't say man, because I don't know no real man to be on that bullshit. Okay. I don't know a real man to be on that bullshit. But let's get back to this son. Let's get back to this son who looks just like Al B. Sure, which is so crazy. When Al B. Sure, go back and listen to the song Forever My Lady that was written by Jodeci, by Al B. Sure. This was like a journal that he was writing to Kim to show how much he loved her. The song was about Kim Porter and his son Quincy. But Diddy put into Quincy's head and gave him lavish gifts and this lavish lifestyle that your father don't really love you anymore. I'm going to be your dad. Okay. So this boy has grown up his entire life thinking that his dad didn't want him when he did. And it was only a means to come in between and put a wedge in between Al B. Sure's relationship with his son and in terms of Kim Porter. And he still was friends with Kim, because that's how he knew what was going on with Kim. That's how he knew she was straight and that she wasn't sick prior to her death. That's why he was saying that's bullshit that she was sick with the flu. I just got off the phone with her. Me and her had conversations and she was fine. She ain't mentioned nothing about the flu, but now all of a sudden that they announced on national television while he was away doing whatever he was doing with music, he hadn't even known that Kim Porter was passed away because he was busy working. So I find it very, very strange that this was able to be swept under the rug, and now this child had grown up his entire life not knowing that his father really, really loved him because he was raised in a different lifestyle. He could obviously, Al B. Sure could not provide the same lifestyle as Diddy, and Diddy knew that, so he used his money, his fame, his power, and whoever he thought he was, influence over this child to change his mind in terms of who his real father was. He could have had a relationship with Al B. Sure, but it wasn't allowed. And every time Kim Porter tried to buck up against Diddy and do what she wanted to do and have say-so in things, we already know she had a broken nose where Diddy flew someone in while they were on a yacht in Saint-Tropez, okay, to fly in to fix Kim Porter's nose after Diddy had hit her and broke her nose, where she was telling people that she was bending down and accidentally hit her nose on a table. Bullshit. Several people knew that there were things going on, that she had hands been put on her, including Kimora Lee Simmons. That's why she cried uncontrollably when she found out that Kim Porter was unalive. She knew. She and Kim were like this, like sisters. She lived down the street from Kim. Kim would tell her things that was going on that Diddy was doing. Oh my God. Oh my God. So it's no coincidence that now all these women are coming out to say, oh, he did this to me. And the details, I listen to details when I hear things, okay? Like I said, I read a deposition for Cassie twice because I didn't want to miss anything, okay? I didn't want to miss anything because I like details. And it's always the little tiny things that you look over that speaks very, very loud in situations, okay? Obviously, Diddy wanted to be able to traffic his women, okay? He wanted to be able to be in control. He was never in any danger of marrying Kim Porter or any woman that he was involved with because that's not what he wants. Diddy's problem with all the women that he put his hands on, and I'm going to go ahead and say this, he's never came out yet. But most men who are struggling with their sexuality, they always exhibit violence towards the very thing that they hate the most, okay? In the public eye, it looks like he loved these women. He hold them like he do. The way he look at them with these shades on. Eye contact is everything. That's why you can't look at them in the eye in public. You can't be seen in public without them damn shades on. The eyes tell a lot. But you don't want people to see your eyes, Diddy, because you don't want us to see that rotten, nasty, devilish soul that you walking around here with. But it took Cassie doing a 35-page depositions talking in detail of what she endured for over 15 years with this monster who was running around and conveniently gave her a girlfriend title when she was really being trafficked. Okay? Trafficking is a very serious offense. And the things that he was doing and getting by with this particular beautiful woman, she could have been with anyone. She was with someone. But Diddy gets a rise out of flexing his authority on people like he did with Cassie. Cassie had a boyfriend when she came into Bad Boy. She was dating Ryan Leslie, a very accomplished songwriter, a very accomplished artist. Go listen to his music. Listen to his lyrics. Diddy saw that. And the demon and the devil in him says, you know what? I want her. And that's the way the devil do. He always gets you when you're at your best and say, I want you. And when he does that, his motive is to unalive and destroy you. And that is exactly what he tried to do to Cassie. He muzzled her. He kept her shutting up. He trained her to act a certain way in public so that he would not be exposed. And he slowly began to destroy her. She's still dealing with remnants of what she dealt with when she was in his presence. Thankfully, her now husband, Alex Fine, who Diddy hired to be her trainer, She was talking to him. She was revealing things to him. She was to a point where she could trust him because he kept everybody else away from her. She couldn't talk to nobody else. But Diddy did not know that the same person that she was having one-on-one moments with, she was spilling her heart to this person, and he was able to get her away from this monster. That's her husband now. He just did this long race that he ran for SA survivors, which he was doing that for Cassie. And I showed it on my Facebook wall. Very, very, I love it. He is so supportive of her. And I think that a lot of stuff that she went through, she told him, because he was the one who put several posts out whenever Diddy was at the awards show, and he said, I want to thank Cassie for being there for me in my dark times. No, bitch, those were her dark times. How do you take credit for something that someone else went through that you initiated? I'm gonna ask it again. How do you take credit for coming out of a dark time when it's something that you initiated on someone else? You sat back and pleasured yourself while she was going through the dark times. So how do you get to stand on a stage and congratulate her for helping you out of something that you initiated on her? See the sick, twisted shit I'm talking about? It's so crazy. It's so crazy. Do I still have the picture? Let me go on my page. Yeah, Alex Fine, honey. Alex Fine, he ran a marathon for his woman in support of her, to show her that I got you. I got you. Let me run this race for you, so I can show you, honey, that everything that we've been talking about, I'm in total support of you and what you're going through. I always hate when I can't find stuff. Let's play this too. Let's play this, because I know I played it before. This is him. Mr. I'm Not Abusive. This is Cassie on the floor.
Baby, yo, baby. I mean, shit getting weird. Come on, baby. It's hot outside. You fucking wrapped up in that blanket. Let's go jog on the beach. What you gotta say now? You ain't got shit to say. When you put your girl on the snap, baby, yo, baby.
Monster.
I mean, shit getting
and this is the same person who has 4 daughters.
I mean, shit getting weird.
4 daughters. You have 4 daughters. You are raising Kim Porter's daughters, who are totally oblivious to the motherfucker that they living with. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little upset about this because I've been reading up on this and I've been digging up stuff, and it's really troubling that this person is still allowed to walk the streets and be free. But I feel like his time is starting to kind of dwindle down. I feel like he's going to be kind of like an R. Kelly situation, to where it's going to be like a constant chip at his ego and a constant chip at his freedom. I feel like the more we continue to talk about this, the more it's going to be exposed. 50 Cent has already come forward to say that he is open to, and I just saw another post. I think he's going to go ahead and initiate, guys, this surviving Diddy. That's all it takes, because that's all it took for R. Kelly to be brought down. There are more women out there that have been violated by this monster, and I feel like other women need to come and speak out. Even if you don't get there in time for this Survivors Abuse Act, which is today, even if you don't get to tell your story in that way, there are other platforms that you can tell your stories on. Hell, I will interview someone so that they can get their story out, because at the end of the day, it's important. It's important that we as women advocate for other women and support them, and not always sit back and say, I don't believe them when they're going through something. It really is. It really is. There's so many women out there that's going through having to shut up when they're going through situations as horrific as this. And it has to stop. And the way that you do that is to expose it, just like you do with Satan. When you expose the devil, he will get the heck up out of there. He got to. Absolutely. You can't be out here trafficking our women and putting hands on our women and hopping in videos and smiling and hugging on that same person that you are allegedly abusing, okay, to make people view you as this loving individual when we already know it's bullshit, okay, period. I've seen too many videos. I've seen too many interviews. Diddy is a freaking monster, okay? He's a monster. What's this then? Let me play this. Oh, yeah, I'll play that one. Okay, yeah, this one is telling. Look at his reaction when she just walks up to shake this man's hand.
What
beautiful dress.
Thank you so much.
I wanted to ask you, can't wait to see 3 a.m.
Y'all see how he grabbed her?
The controversy. Yeah. How can we get a take?
Let's play it again. Look how he look at her and look at how he grabbed her.
What a beautiful dress.
Thank you so much.
I wanted to ask you, can't wait to see 3 a.m. Yes. The controversy. Yeah.
See how she played along?
What a beautiful dress.
Thank you so much.
I wanted to ask you, can't wait to see 3 a.m. Yes. The controversy. Yeah.
You see how she played along and threw her arm up there so it wouldn't be obvious that he was upset because she didn't want to have to deal with what's going to happen later on. A simple handshake. That's what anybody would do in an interview when you walking up and someone else is having a conversation. You speak and you extend your hand to let the person know I acknowledge you. Hello, how are you? I'm so-and-so. Thank you for allowing me to speak in your interview or whatever. He's looking at her like, number one, why are you here and why are you shaking his hand? And then the way that he turns around and grabs her and digs his fingers into her side to pull her to him, that was an indication to her where she's seen this before. And you could tell because she, in the way that she played along and threw her arm over him as she rubbed his back like, it's okay. Like, don't go there. Don't do that. It's not that serious. Like she was trying to calm him down. Let's play it one more time. I read body language. I told you I don't miss nothing.
Thank you so much.
I wanted to ask you, can't wait to see 3 a.m. Yes. The controversy. Yeah.
See, he didn't smile until he did that. Watch, he smile.
I wanted to ask you, can't wait to see 3 a.m. Yes. The controversy. Yeah. How can we get a take of this? What a beautiful dress.
Thank you so much.
I wanted to ask you, can't wait to see 3 a.m. Yes.
Y'all catch that? I know I wasn't the only one to call that. When I looked at that, I said, let me play that back. Something looks weird here. Something looks weird here. You can tell she's been trained to act a certain way in public whenever he acts out, and she knows that behavior. She knows that attitude in him, so she plays along so that she don't have to deal with the repercussions later, because she's already said it in interviews. She could not have any interaction with men, and if she did, it would be consequences to pay later. So she knew in that moment to play along. You threw your arm around me in an aggressive nature, but I'm going to throw my arm up here so that it can appear that we're in a loving situation. But really, I'm trying to calm you down so you don't snap off on my ass. Okay. He ain't going to do it in public. He's going to wait until they get back to the hotel room, because it sounds like that's where all of these things happened to her. He would turn the music up real loud, kind of like it was with Tina Turner. Turn the music up real loud so that anybody that's walking the halls or in another room can't hear her. Meanwhile, she was saying in her deposition, she was screaming her head off for help while he was doing these things to her. So she's been in that situation before. Kim Porter's been in that situation before when he tried to put hands on her and she got the corkscrew and came after him, which is a permanent mark now. And every time he looked down at his hand, he know that Kim was there, baby. Where he had to go to the hospital. Like I said the other day, that's documented. Okay, that's documented that every time you look down at your hand, Diddy, you know that's where Kim Porter was fighting for her life. Okay, she might not be here no more, but the remnants of her fighting for her life. Al B. Sure also said that she was running from something prior to her death. Okay, let's go ahead and read. I got something else. There's more. I'm gonna always pull up receipts. All right. When I'm talking about something. All right. Now. All right. So they're saying that 3 years after Kim's sudden death, all right, her tragic death of ex-girlfriend and mother of 6 of P. Diddy's children is finally ready to let go of the home where Kim Porter passed away. Says that the rapper, whose real name is Sean Combs, brought the clapboard sided East Coast traditional style home in Toluca Lake, Los Angeles in 2009 for $5.3 million for the late model. See what I'm saying? For the late model and their children to live in. So he had complete control to come and go, keys to come in and out. That's why she couldn't have a normal dating relationship, because he would pop up when he got ready, because she was living in his house. Porter, who had an on-again, off-again relationship with Combs until 2007, died unexpectedly. Hold on. Died unexpectedly on the property almost 3 years ago in November, which was in 2018, due to lobar pneumonia. Bullshit. According to the images featured on the listings, that the home built in 2006 is currently totally vacant, and all of the furnishings have been removed except for a circa 2011 Cadillac Escalade that still sits in the driveway. Why is that after 2018? This is 2023, and this is a recent article, okay? The half-acre estate is fully gated and protected by a security system. Where was the security system? To see when said person came to the property. Y'all hear that? This particular home, it says, was protected by a security system. So how was he able to not be seen on the security system, okay, when whatever happened to her happened? Was it removed? That's peculiar. And also sits on a very desirable street that's home to other A-listers, okay? Viola Davis lives on that street. Steve Carell lives on that street. Billy Ray Cyrus lives on that street. So she lived in a very upkept, well neighborhood, okay? Kamora Lee Simmons lived down that street as well. Right next door is an oil heir, Nate Getty, and his wife. YouTube star Gigi Gorgeous also lives on that street. The listing implies that the home may need a little fixing up before a new owner moves in as well. Nothing that this stunning traditional home is ready for the next owner. Updated finishes. And that didn't make no sense. Whoever wrote that, that's from Vanity Fair, okay? Now, going back to where it says the home had a security system. Y'all heard that, right? This house was listed with a security system. So how was it that people were able to come and go and no one has mentioned that in her case? All right. How was Diddy able to come and go and this not be known? That's crazy to me because, like I said, she had an around-the-clock nurse when he found out she had pneumonia, which is weird. It's just pneumonia. You're in and out of the hospital. You're going to probably be coughing or whatever, like flu-like symptoms, okay? Why is it necessary to have an on-call 24-hour nurse there with you during that time? I have cameras in and outside of my home, too. I see somebody else putting it there. I can see you before you get to my shit, period. Pit bulls and all. We good over here. All right? Step into the backyard if you may. It ain't up to me what happens to you after that. All right? Just period. Not to put business out there, but don't try it. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, so this house did have a really nice surveillance system as well throughout in and outside of the house. So someone had to have caught some type of footage in terms of what happened to her. And the only way that it would not have been caught is if the cameras were either covered or taken down. Okay. Period. I'm gonna say it again. The only way that the cameras were not able to catch what happened to her, because the question should have been asked, number one, if she only had flu-like symptoms, if she only had pneumonia, why is she leaking on the covers? I don't see why that would happen. Why was there a trail of blood leading from the bed to her bathroom? Something should have been caught on camera footage with some of this. That's just all I'm saying. It seems very suspicious. All right. So let me move on to the next topic. Well, not next topic, but the next piece of tea. All right. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to throw so much on y'all at one time, but I've been digging up stuff. Okay, my God. All right, now this is according to Radar Online. We're gonna get through this, and that's gonna be it because we're still gonna have to do a pop in for later on. Now they're saying that Diddy's late ex Kim Porter was mured by, well, not by, but and while on the run, suggests that her baby daddy, all right, Al B. Sure, is saying that she was on the run, all right? He has never accepted the fact that she passed away from a pneumonia ruling. Let's read into what it's saying. The father of Kim Porter's oldest child is suggesting that she died under causes far more nefarious than pneumonia, okay? Somebody said, I'm loving it because I'm nosy. So am I. I've been digging. All right, so they said back in November of 2018, a then 47-year-old Porter passed away suddenly in her home. Who passes away suddenly from pneumonia? Anybody know anybody that did that? hit me up, caramelrail75@gmail.com, and let me know if you know anyone who passed away suddenly from pneumonia. All right. According to her autopsy, the cause of lobar pneumonia and the manner was certified was as natural. It said that she died of natural causes. All right. It says that the coroner also determined that she had no known medical history other than recent flu-like symptoms. Where did the blood come from? See, they didn't list that in there. Why is that not listed that she was hemorrhaging? To hemorrhage, there has to be a piercing in one's body somewhere. So when the coroner is doing what they do, an autopsy, which is all over your body, there has to be, you should be seeing some type of needle punctures or some type of puncture somewhere, which indicates that said person at some point in time hemorrhaged somewhere. When they came into her home and saw blood on her pillows and drippings going into her bathroom, why was that not investigated? Why was that not looked into? And why was that not added to her autopsy? I'm just saying. So I see somebody putting in a pencil. If she was writing in the bed, they said she was writing a tell-all book. If she fell asleep and rolled over on an ink pen or a pencil, okay, could have been that. But why were these not said in there that there was some type of puncture wounds in her body? Let's continue. The coroner also determined that she had no known medical history other than recent flu-like symptoms. All right, let's keep going. Says that much like the mysterious death of Brittany Murphy, you guys remember her, all right, and her husband, Simon Monjack, which were also ruled to be caused by pneumonia, skepticism, and certainly surrounding Kim's passing. So she passed away around the same time, okay? What's the movie that she played in that I like? It's real corny with Alicia Silverstone with Brittany Murphy. Y'all remember Stacey Dash was also in the movie. Y'all help me because my brain is all over the place right now. One of my favorite movies, and it's real corny to where they're in school, like real bougie type Hollywood, like Valley Girl accents. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't know why I can't remember the name of the damn movie because I've watched it 100 times. Okay. But anywho, they're saying that after all, that she was young and seemingly healthy. Y'all hear that? She was seemingly young and healthy, just as Brittany and Simon were believed to be. Clueless. Thank you guys. The movie Clueless. All right, Brittany Murphy. I love me some Brittany Murphy. Okay. All right. So they're saying that Porter dated and had one son with record producer Al B. Sure, which is real name Albert Joseph Brown III, before her long time and best known relationship with Sean Diddy Combs, with whom she had 3 children. All right. It says, while Al B. Sure has never really accepted that the cause of his ex-death had to do with a lung infection, he's now suggesting Porter was running from something prior to her passing and that he encouraged her to call the FBI for help. Does that not sound suspicious? Why do I need to call the FBI if I only have the flu? Why do I need to call the FBI if I'm just sitting here with pneumonia? Why do I need to do that? I'm just writing a book. I'm just writing a tell-all book about my baby daddy and my experience in the Hollywood industry. Why do I need to contact the FBI if I only have the flu? Does that not sound suspicious? Al B. Sure knew some stuff, and I think that Kim Porter was telling him some stuff and some nuggets. She was dropping some nuggets leading up to her death because there were some things that was not right. When she let Diddy know that she was writing a book, I'm sure he exploded on her. I'm sure he exploded on her when she mentioned writing a book, because he already knew that by her writing this book, some stuff was going to be exposed, and he couldn't let that happen. All right, so taken to social media, Al uploaded a photo of the former couple and captioned the shot, saying that she sent me this, saying, life imitating art, art imitating life. Now it all makes sense. This is what he's saying. It also goes on to say that he added that the hashtag star and tag at Fox, writing that she told me other stuff too. She'd been pillow talking with Al B. Sure. She was telling him some stuff. She was afraid. She was on the run for her life, because after she announced this said book, and also knowing that she had said video of Diddy and Usher in a compromising position, she was afraid. Okay. He said she was running like a track star. He put like an emoji, you know, like a track star emoji. And he said, I told her to just call the FBI. There was nothing he could do. Maybe he was afraid of Diddy. He knew that Diddy had people that could come and make things happen to people. So he didn't really want to try to buck up and get involved like that. So he told her, involve the FBI. Okay. So maybe, just maybe, Diddy knew that she was planning to get the FBI involved in some things. And with that happening, which means investigations have to happen. So when investigations happen, things start being looked into and uncovered. And had that happened, other people's death prior to her death would have also been uncovered as well. So by her opening the floodgates like Cassie has done, that would have only opened the floodgates for other things that were being done behind the scenes and or covered up, okay, would have been exposed. They're saying that the ex's son, 30-year-old Quincy Taylor Brown, okay, is an actor. He also portrayed Derek Jones in the Fox drama series Star, okay? What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about that? Al B. Sure has said that she told her things, okay? She told him things, all right? He added in the hashtag Star and tag at Fox, writing, she told me other stuff too. She was talking in codes to Al B. Sure. He understood those codes in terms of saying, hey, you might want to go to the FBI. This shit sounds serious. And I don't want something to happen to you, because he was running in the same circle as Diddy. He knew certain people that were no longer here anymore. He knew. He knew Biggie Smalls was no longer here and was planning to leave Bad Boy Records. He didn't want the same fate for Kim Porter. So now his conscience is starting to eat at him. And he has now written a new album called The Love Album. And the Love Album, every single song on there is about Kim Porter. All right. There's a song on this new album which is entitled Boo Hoo, where he's talking about he cries all the time and that his spirit is meeting her spirit. That's bullshit. This girl is trying to get away from you. I don't know if you guys know how spirits work, and spirits are real. Just like the movie Ghost. Do y'all remember the movie Ghost that Whoopi Goldberg and Demi Moore played in, where you saw these spirits jumping from person to person? That is true. If you read your Bible, spirits are real. Her spirit is not connecting with you in a loving way, Diddy, because she was not in a loving way prior to her death. Her spirit was getting away from you. She was trying to get away from you because there were things that she was experiencing and seeing and things that you were doing that she was not in favor of. There was no love there because, one, you never wifed her. You treated her like shit. You had all types of other women there. And then with us hearing about him having STDs, it's a possibility, and I'm going to say allegedly, that she may have experienced that well, because he obviously was sleeping with women unprotected because of all the babies that were being born. All she wanted to do was to be loved. And even if that meant going outside of her relationship with Diddy, and she kept waiting for him, but he never, and in his own interview, I'm just not ready. You know why you're not ready? Because you don't like women, allegedly. You're not marrying Kim Porter. Like, get out of here. So now he has a new album called The Love Album, okay? Yeah. And her name is mentioned a whole lot in this album. Go back and look and pull up the Love Album. Read some of the lyrics in there, which describes a time that Kim actually hurt his arm in the song Boo Hoo. If you look, he's kind of indirectly hiding it in the song. But if you know song lyrics like me, go and look at the lyrics to the song Boo Hoo. It describes a time, like I said, when Kim actually hurt his arm with a permanent scar. Okay, that's listed in the song Boo Hoo. All right. Yes. There's a song on there called Mind Your Business. All right. Where he actually talks about where he actually summons her spirit in his dreams. That's some sick shit. With the summoning, that sounds like some demonic type shit. That's something that, like, demonic stuff happens when you summoning spirits from a dead person, well, unalive person rather. You are summoning her spirit. So in her death, you are still trying to control her through the spirit. That's some evil, sadistic bullshit, Diddy. Do y'all not get where I'm coming from with that? So you can no longer control her in life because she's not here anymore. So now you are summoning her spirit through death to try to tap into her spirit man to control her in death. Yeah, I didn't listen to the song. I went back and looked at the lyrics, word for word, in terms of what it said. When I heard he had a new album out about Kim Porter, I said, let me see if there's some little tidbits that he's leaving in there, because he's pouring out his heart in this album about her. His conscience is eating his ass alive in terms of what happened to this woman, and maybe the fact that he may have had something to do with it. Because she's been dead since 2018. Most people, and I get it when you have a death that's very close to you like that, sometimes you don't let go that easily. You don't move on that quickly. Everybody has a different time and space in terms of when they move on from certain instances and people who pass away in their lives. Okay. My father passed away. It takes time to disconnect from that to the place where you can function and it not bother you like it did when it happened. Okay. But in this instance where it sounds like, and a lot of people were saying, including Al B. Sure, she was getting away from him. That means that their relationship was very volatile when she passed away. So it wasn't to where y'all were good. So her spirit may be visiting you, but it's not in a loving way. It may be tormenting him. Okay, that happens. That happens. People will visit you back and torment the hell out of you to where you can't sleep, you can't eat. In your dreams, you tossing and turning, and it's like that person is in your room. Everybody catching that? Am I getting too deep for somebody? I don't want to get too deep. But go back, if you guys go back and look at the movie Ghost. I said, this is so real, where you're watching this spirit jump from this person and jumping into that person. That is exactly how it happens. You can't visually see that, but spirits do exist. That's why it's important that you guard your spirit and you pray and you make sure that you're not allowing certain things to enter your spirit, because those things are real. Those things will take over you. Okay. We talked about the mark of the beast and all that stuff is real. So the fact that he is laying in his bed at night, laying back in your bed, and you are summoning up her spirit into you to where you can still try to control her through her spirit man, really says to me, Diddy, that we already know you sold your soul to the devil. We already know that. We already talked about them having these weird, chants and stuff like that in the industry to where they sell their souls. I feel like he's trying to do the same thing in terms of controlling her through her spirit man, through her death. That's what all these songs are about. That's what all these crazy dreams are about. That's what I feel, okay, in my heart of hearts, okay? It's sick, it's sadistic, and he's very controlling. And I don't think he's ever in life going to admit that this happened, because I don't think he wants to see the reaction on his children's face, and his daughters are getting older. And what's really going to be a slap in his face is if and when this is uncovered, and the look on their faces, because they love their father, but they really love their mother as well. And this is the same person that is alleged that what has something to do with their mother not being here anymore is raising them. And there's no telling what he's told these children. Okay, there's no telling. He's probably telling them now, stay off the internet, and anything that you hear about your mother and anything else is all lies. Okay, it's all lies. That's probably what he's telling these kids. And it's so crazy that he is raising the same children that their mother asked them, hey, come and get the kids to take care of them, because I feel like she knew some crazy shit was going to happen. It just seems strange to me that she was okay, that she was in perfect health prior to her death. And to find her in the state that she was in, okay, it just seems suspicious. I keep saying her family is saying that, her death needs to be looked into, and I feel like it does. But we're going to go ahead and end the live here because we're almost 2 hours in. I dropped a lot of tea on you guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed this show. I will continue to dig up more stuff, you guys, and expose it and put it out there so that you guys can see and can help me continue, help me to continue, and you guys as well, to connect the dots, okay? Because it's so much out there. Thank God for social media, okay? To where you can dig up things and find out things. And I'm going to continue to do it and give you guys that great commentary, as well as tea, as well as receipts, okay? Because I know I love receipts. Oh, I love receipts, and I keep them. All right, but we will have our pop in later on today. I'm getting my show together for that. So you guys join back for that because we'll have some more information that I know you guys are going to be excited to hear about. Okay. Because there's always some stuff going on. We probably gonna have another case with Diddy. Who knows? All right, y'all. He's already into the third one now, so it may be another one. All right, but again, thank you guys for being here. Mods, thank y'all for doing such an awesome job. Okay. Thank you also to any content creators that joined us today in the live. Okay, Caramelians, I appreciate your support and love. Please hit that like button if you did not, guys. Please like the video. I did a lot of work on this digging up, as you guys can see. I gave y'all a lot of tea. So please, please, please hit that like button to support the channel and let YouTube know, honey, that we trying to be in the algorithm over here. Okay. Love you guys all the way that way. Okay. And goodbye.